Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing with a Rakdos ramp deck that we haven't seen since Kaldheim came out with, what was it called? Goldspan Dragon. Decadent Dragon, trying to take that space. Not quite as awesome, but that guy was so awesome he might have needed to have been banned. He got spun off with the standard rotation, but his little baby's back, Decadent Dragon. All right, so do we have something awesome here? Is this deck going to be an A+ deck? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, and remember, this video should not be used as a substitute for human interaction. Doctor, you can't suck it. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters. And I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Platinum Mythic list over at madjick.gg, which was not entitled at all because they do not title them. So I ended up calling this one Rakdos Ramp. Rakdos Ramp. So what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly go through what these cards do, and then we will talk about what we think the deck's going to do, and we'll go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? We got small creature kill, larger creature kill, as long as they are not an artifact. 3 points of damage and a little bit of card swizzle. This guy is a colorless mana battery and potentially can become a +3/+3 kind of equipment. Big score, draws cards and gives you treasures. This is a saga that pumps out treasures and then lets you play your opponent's cards. Decadent Dragon lets you play your opponent's cards and then comes out as a, what is he called? The treasure dragon or whatever. A Goldspan Dragon, that's what he's called. He's very much like a Goldspan Dragon in that every time he attacks, you create a treasure token. But he doesn't have haste. He doesn't constantly be double the amount of mana from a treasure. But still, he is pretty decent. It's like they toned him down. So good for you, Decadent Dragon. Good for you. We got Burn Down the House, which clears the board by doing 5 points of damage to each creature or planeswalker, or can become 3/1/1 devils that when they die, they do 1 point of damage to any target and have haste. Chandra comes out and blasts 2 dudes away, possibly your opponent. Other than that, she can put out 2 mana of any color or can grab cards from the top of your library, exile them, and you can play them until the end of your next turn. Breach the Multiverse exiles 10 cards from each person's library, and then you pick 1 creature or planeswalker from each of those exiled cards and put it into the battlefield. Oh, in that player's graveyard. I always thought it was from the exiled cards. Oh, mills, that's why. So you mill it, puts it in the graveyard. You can pull anything, things that have been there from before, you can pull from the graveyard. And you put them directly into the battlefield under your control. They become Phyrexians. Virtue of Persistent, target creature gets -3 and -3 till the end of the turn, and you gain 2 life, which is fantastic for 2 mana. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you can play them for 7, you get an enchantment that pulls a creature back from a graveyard and puts it into the battlefield under your control, which is fantastic. Turn after turn after turn. It's like that Phyrexian portal that brings something back every upkeep. This one does it just at the beginning of your upkeep. Okay, great. So here we go. It's 7 mana. The other thing I think was 8 or 9. So this is even better. Etali comes out, and you get to exile stuff from the top of the library. You pick whatever it is you got that was a non-land card. You can choose whether you want to play it or not, at which point you can potentially transform it into Super Etali, who just is nuts. You can look up those stats later. What do we got? A bunch of different kinds of lands, practically no basic lands whatsoever. A Mirrex for throwing out poison mites. Blast Zone for destroying things at a particular mana level. And Demolition Field takes out non-basic lands. Something like that. Destroy non-basic land, yeah. All right, that's what we're playing with. So what are we going to do? We're going to just pin things down, put out a bunch of treasures, and then just control the board with excessive value. Will we have the ability to do it? Is this card as awesome as his deck as awesome as it looks? We'll find out. But first, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, dwells within the dark chambers of my heart. Please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. Alright, playing against WiltonWanderer. Guess that's somebody's name. 1, 2, 3. Breach the Multiverse. And we'll close this guy down. I don't particularly care for the need of no sliders. And nothing. Dead. All right, these are our expensive 7s. What do we do about this? Is this thing a 3? All right, let's put this out. Let's cut it down. Alright, so next turn we can big score it. I really haven't figured out what to do with Irencrag. I mean, you can put it on Etali, I guess, but who cares? Alright, let's shoot that guy in the... Yeah, I don't want to do that, right? I like the mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's number 7. We get a tally out next turn. Alright, we're fine. What does this guy do? Body dropper. Okay. I could breach the multiverse, potentially. 3 little dudes. Ow. That's a lot of Italis. Yeah, let's Etali it. Auto pay! Let's do the same. Awesome, there we go. Alright, we're up to 6. Alright, we got our 7th, that's good. Alright, we're prepared to take out the Weather Light. Down to 5. And a skeleton, possibly, right? Alright, so we're at this point where my devils will win it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Winner, winner, victory dinner. All right, playing against Ricky Ricardo, 3214. Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind, oh Ricky. Keep. All right, what are we climbing to? Ice, the Irencrag. I could eat that person, but I gotta wait another turn before we do it. What do we got? Anything that could be slow. Yeah, let's just do this. Put out the Irencrag. Turn 3 is pretty much eating up something dumb, like the Armor Scrap Gorger. Of course, he could bring it right back, so let's just not do that. Oh, that's mana. All right, that's cool. All right, so is this really ramp? Is what we got going on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are ramping in a Rakdos-y kind of way. Six. All right, where are they there? Right there. 7, Etali. Yeah, sure, whatever. Another Etali, huh? All right, we'll take this. Yeah, why not? Heck yeah! On! Awesome job, double Etali. And we win! That is hard to handle up against, my friends. Victory! Alright, playing against Axel, 42. As in, how many roads must a man walk down before he's considered a man? That's 42 roads. That's pretty much it. If this is mono blue, I'll be space pissed. And we're playing against mono blue. There you go, my friend. Have a good time. Oh, it's not mono blue. Nope, not you. I thought you were the other one that we could do -3. We do both? Yeah, let's do both. Alright, considered in Tranquil Grove. Alright. And now he's like, oh, what does he have? Does he have my awesome cards? Was this some sort of meld or something? I don't particularly care for that. Yeah, I'm just going to wipe the board. I guess I'm doing all right, actually. Do I need to wipe the board? What does this thing do? Yeah, we're fine. Nope. Nice. Let's go grab some more cool stuff. Alright, we're cool. That's all we can do for now. Oh, look who's back. Alright, all in for 4. Look, I could shoot something as long as it's got a toughness of 4 or less. I could shoot it. Come on, big creatures. Yeah! He's trying to tap it. Come on, don't counter. There we go. Just throw it all out there, man. Auto pay! Ooh, they're all smokers. How are they all smokers? Is this thing pinning my dudes down? He doesn't have any creatures. Now he does, but not for long. Shoot! Draw more cards. Oh, 4 more left to go. Okay. I only need to get 4 through. You're stunning a lot of people. Nice. All right, all in. You can start tapping people again? I can't do anything about it. But we can. Value persist. There we go. Next turn, we can start stealing some dudes. You're 2 mana. I've got 5 guys. You need to wipe the board is what you got to do. And you lose! Victory for me! Victory! Alright, we're playing against Drock. The Rock. What do we got? We got 1 red. Get that treant shut up. Alright, treasure token at 4. Expensive taste at 3. This is going to be slow. Alright, we got through our slow cards. Get in the pod. Get in it. Alright, let's give this a chance. Alright, so we got 4 next turn. Where does that get us? Treasure tokens? Decadent Dragon? Let's do the dragon. I don't really have much creatures in the graveyard. 5, that's going to be actually pretty cool. Do we have enough white for it? We don't have any white at all. Can I just play it anyway? Let's find out. Nope, apparently not. Okay, let's see. We got 5. Let's shoot that guy up. Leaving us with 3. Let's put out a Knigget. And all in for 4. Alright, that's 6. That'll get us someplace. So this would be 6. That's quite a block there. Doesn't matter who I block at this point. One, two, three. We got a lot of good things to play at this point. That's the biggest problem for us. It's just picking which awesome thing we want to do first. If you're going to spend your time killing Chandra, go for it. We got like 8 mana. Breach the Multiverse is probably better than Etali. Kind of like Helena and Lana. My graveyard? Ooh, let's do Etali from here. I really want that. What do we got? Nothing great. That's not going to do us any good. So, decline. Alright, he's down to 6. I'm down to 9. That's not great. If he has any tricks up his sleeve, I could be dead. I mean, my 2 dudes here got to do nothing but just try to keep me alive. Keep me alive, 2 dudes. Keep me alive. It seems pretty far-fetched. There's the additional. I mean, it's Decadent Dragons, you're in. And we win. In your face, Drock. Victory. Alright, we're playing against madjick. Madjick, he's got anger problems. I'm not going to go forward with this. This is ridiculous. Mulligan. Alright, keep. Yeah, and get rid of one of those little lings, because they usually don't do a whole lot of good for us. Alright, so creature removal. We got lots of creature removal. Alright, and 2. We don't have any more mana. That would be really bad if that was the end of it. We do have the ability to, like, kill 3 things, though. That would be good. Miss more. Nothing to do. Guy's playing Esper. Apparently he wants to control me. I'm good. Let's play with what we got. Yeah, this guy, he wants to destroy my guys, and that's just not happening. Another one. Is that sorceress? Let's do that instead. Oh, these are just waste. I mean, I can't do anything with them. Except for take out peons, so we're done. Wong. Alright, so what are we doing here? I mean, we got 4, which means we can play these 2 cards. We're just basically killing out Wandering Emperor babies. Not necessarily the most fun thing to do. As soon as we put a guy out, he'll want to kill it because he's got nothing in his hand but creature kill, I'm sure. You think he's going to be desperate? Yeah, he's going to try to counter it because I got to counter. I got to counter it. What do we got here? 6, 7, and 7. And we're 5. Alright, so I guess I could have used Chandra there. Killed off the Wandering Emperor, but this gives you some time. Plus, he wants to use his mana to counter more stuff. He's got all his counter spells, and he can't do anything about it. Alright, so he's got no blue. Alright, looks like we're going to be killing. One, two, three, four, 5. I mean, Etali could be okay. I just got to get him out when he's not going to get countered. He's still playing with those things. Oh, he doesn't have anything. Does anybody have any creatures in their graveyard? I don't think he's been... Oh, he's got a shouldered. If we put out the virtual, we can keep a shoulder coming back all the time. Okay, so we got 8. It's not 9. Because if I need to have 2 additional mana, I need to have 9 mana. But let's put out a treasure on the next turn. That'll give me the 2 additional. Hopefully he doesn't have any of the super counters on him. Yeah, he's doing the same thing I'm doing here. Let's go for it. Got 2 mana. That's it, huh? No. I'm not giving up the other Etali. Exile. Those things are never coming back. There we go. I got lots of mana. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough to cast another Etali, though. Why don't you draw a bunch of cards? That'd be lots of fun. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Draw a bunch of cards! Draw a bunch of cards! Oh, let's just put 2 in your hand. Entirely different thing. Not in any way like drawing cards at all. Let's see what we can grab from this guy. That's it, huh? This is doing a tally. Auto pay! Nobody's tapped at the moment, huh? Sure, why not? All right, I don't know where this is going. In reality, the thing I don't like the most is Virtue of Persistence. I would really like that myself. I guess I should have thought about playing it. This Etali sounded so good back then. There we go. In your face. Victory! Alright, so here we are with what I'm calling Rakdos Ramp. You know, I didn't know what this was at first. I was just playing it. It was just a Rakdos deck of some sort. But the more I played it, the more I realized that yeah, it was a ramp. I mean, we're really just trying to get to this upper range up here. All these cards are fantastic. And even Decadent Dragon is really good. So yeah, from this part, from that 4 on up, really good. But Korvold and Irencrag, they do what they can to try to get you up there. Big score. You're sitting there 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder, does this deck have a lot more land? Yeah, 26. Because I felt like we were pulling lands a lot. And I thought, how are we so consistently getting land? And we did. We were consistently getting land, but we just needed to get to 7. Once we got to 7, we were laying down Etalis and Breaches of the Multiverse. The Virtue of Persistence. I mean, lots of great cards. And it's just so hard to fight against that kind of value and persistence. Absolutely. I like the dragons that were in here. It was cool. It was nice. It was nice using a bunch of really great cards from the olden days, meaning 2 weeks ago, versus having some really great cards in here from WoW. The only card I'm not sure about too much is this Irencrag. It looks like it should be monumental. Like it should be like a super, mythic rare type of thing. It's it's a colorless mana source for 2. And then if a legendary comes into play, then potentially you can give it +3, +3, and lose all of its other abilities. That means turning Etali into a non-trampler. I'm not a big fan of that. Or taking this dragon and making it into a flying, not trampler. No. I mean, I guess you could throw it onto one of your devils. That'd be cool, I have no other abilities. I don't know, man. I don't know. So let's see. Who was the MVP of this deck? Who was the MVP? What was the card that I was looking for all the time? And the one I was looking forward to, I was really looking forward to Virtual Persistence. So I always wanted to do that -3 as a means of doing creature removal. For 2, that was great. Getting 2 additional life, fantastic. 7 was hard to stomach. It is so expensive trying to get up to that. And at least in the case of the Decadent Dragon, it's only 4 to play the dragon. He was great. He's a treasure dragon, man. Was this before not the gluttonous dragon or something? But that dragon that kept throwing out token every time it attacked. No, that guy was great, and we basically kind of got him. I mean, this guy is really good at ramping, getting that ramp going big time. Plus his ability of playing other people's cards, and that stuff sticks around forever. So yeah, this guy was incredible. So even though this was the card I was looking forward to, just because I like doing the -3, this guy's really the clutch right there. That is the clutch. Because his ability to play, 2 cards from your opponent's library, and you can play them. The only problem is that you don't get to play any mana. You have to have the mana for it. And I kept drawing his mana, which was kind of good because I needed it to play his cards. And then you got yourself a 4/4 flying dragon for 4. No, if you're sitting there at 3, you can easily get up to 4. At which point, then he starts putting out additional treasure tokens every turn, which then ramps you up into the 7 pretty quickly after that. So altogether, yeah, that was fantastic. Another card is I really hate Blast Zone. Hate it. I used it today. It worked fantastic. So, yeah. I guess I found that one situation where it actually worked out. What I hate is that it does, was it non-land permanents with mana value equal to the number of charge counters? So if you overshoot what you kind of end up needing to go after, then you lost it. You're really kind of trying to target in on something good. I would recommend sticking with 3. That seems to be the good number. And then if you have to go to 4, it's easy enough to do it. And hopefully you can handle anything that's 2 or less. That'd probably be the way to go. All right, so yeah, maybe Decadent Dragon, you're getting my MVP card. You did an incredibly good job and did a lot of things I really liked. All right, so was this deck competitive? What did I get here? I have an 83% win rate. I picked this up off of the Platinum Mythic list. Yeah, this is a competitive deck. I would say it's definitely a rank competitive deck. If you want to try to rank up, this would be a good deck to do with it. Did I play? I did not play against any aggro red. It didn't come about. I didn't play against mono blacks. I don't really know how you're going to do against the really... I didn't even play against mono white at all. Nothing. All those decks that are so incredible right now, I did not play against it. So I don't know how well this deck's going to do against it. But seeing that's on the Platinum Mythic list, I'd say it's going to do all right. It's still going to do pretty good. Hopefully you'll be able to take them down. But yeah, my numbers are 83%. All right, so let's see. Was this deck fun? And yes. Reason why is because I didn't have any problems with mana. That kept coming. Sometimes you get mana flooded, but I always seem to have something great in my hand. And maybe that was a problem, is that, you know, looking forward, you got like a 7 in your hand, 1 or 2 7s. And because there's a lot in this deck. I mean, look at that. Look at this little chart right there. There's a lot of 7s. It's more than anything else. And so you get a bunch of lands and a bunch of 7s. You think, I'm going to go for it. And then it's just a matter of climbing. And then you got removal, 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 and more removal. And then you got yourself a nice 4/4. You know, I guess that this thing does an okay job of keeping the board pinned down early on. And then eventually you get up to the point where you're just throwing around the Mjolnir like you own the place. So yeah, it was a fun deck. It was always good to play. I'd say yeah, absolutely, it was a fun deck. Lastly, was it interesting? Well, let's see. It wasn't tribal. It wasn't like it was dragon or dragon dinosaur. You know, nothing like that. Was there any synergy between the cards? Not really. I mean, it was ramped to get you up to 7, at which point then it was just throwing down the pain. So the only thing that makes this deck interesting is the fact that it's got new woe cards in it. And I got to say, seeing Rakdos ramp, that is kind of a new thing. I mean, we played it a bunch in the past when we're playing, was it New Capenna? No, that was something else. That was Vials or something. We're doing Treasures with New Capenna? I don't quite remember. But yeah, when we were doing Treasures before, then we were doing ramp like crazy. And so it just feels like we've gotten back to the red ramp days where we're ramping up with Treasures and throwing things around. Between the Korvold and the Dragon, a big score. I mean, obviously, we got tons of great ramp capability right there to move up into the thing. So it was nice getting back into that. It was nice having the new cards from Wilds of Eldraine. So yeah, I'm going to say that it's an interesting deck, but I'm going to say it's only interesting because we haven't played with those cards before. And it was kind of like coming back to something sweet from the olden days. But it wasn't like it was anything terribly new. It wasn't like there was a bunch of synergy. It was a big thinking card deck or anything like that. So I'm going to give it just a partial check when it comes to interesting. Maybe a 3/4 check. All right, so let's add that up. Was it competitive? Yep, absolutely. Was it fun? Yeah, it was pretty fun. Was it interesting? Yeah, it was, in that it had some new cards and we got to play with ramp again in the Rakdos range. Even though it's not perfect, I'm going to give this deck an A+. It's an A+ deck. It is definitely the kind of thing that you need to invest into and play because I thought it was really good, really fun, and really worth playing. So, as I'm required to say by federal law, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.